If you decide to bring a medical malpractice lawsuit and do it on your own without hiring an attorney, you still need to get a medical expert for your case? Would you like to learn the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. And the answer is, yes, you do. Now, you might be thinking, why would you need to do it? If you're not going to hire an attorney, why do you need to actually go out and hire a medical expert to go ahead and help you prove your case? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the law is very specific in New York. You cannot and are not permitted to bring a lawsuit for medical malpractice unless you have gotten a medical expert to review all of your records who confirms that, yes, number one, there was wrongdoing, number two, that the wrongdoing was a cause of the injury, and number three, that the injury is significant and or permanent. If you do not have a medical expert who can show all three of those things and confirm those things, guess what? Then you are not permitted to even go. Let's try this again. You are not permitted to actually get into the courthouse doors with a lawsuit, because then you will not have had a valid case. You won't be able to prove that you are more likely right than wrong, than what you are claiming is true. In fact, you won't even be able to fill out the paperwork needed to confirm that you've had a medical expert review all the records who believes that you have a good case. And if you can't do that, guess what? You don't go anywhere and you don't have a valid case. So your attempt to try and proceed forward with a lawsuit and to save fees by having to pay an attorney, you're thinking, hey, if I don't hire an attorney, then I don't have to hire a medical expert. No, no, no. In a medical malpractice case, you absolutely have to have a medical expert. So now you have to get into the courtroom door, and you only do that by having a qualified expert who believes that you have a valid case. And then, if your case goes all the way to trial, you must and are required to put on testimony of a medical expert to support your claims in your case. If you do not have a medical expert at trial, guess what? After you are done with your witnesses, the defense lawyer is going to jump up out of his seat as if somebody pressed an ejection button, and the first thing he's going to do is say, Your Honor, at this time I ask to dismiss the patient's case. Why? Because they have failed to follow the laws and the rules in New York, which require medical expert testimony to confirm that there's a valid basis for a case. So why do I share this information with you? I share it with you just to give you a sense of what really goes on. And if you're thinking in the back of your mind, hey, I don't need to hire an attorney, I don't need to hire a medical expert, I can bring this case on my own, well, sorry to tell you, but you can't. You know, I realize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit and are thinking of bringing a case and still have questions that need to be answered, well, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day, everybody.